Hi, today is Tuesday, April 5th, and I wanted to hop on and share my Scentsy Empties for the month of March. So I'll just go ahead and start with my non-wax items first. I believe it was around the middle of February that I put this scent circle in Summer Moonlight in my car. This is a new release for the Spring Summer catalog. It's definitely one of my favorites of the new releases. This is a very kind of sweet, fruity, feminine, perfumey type scent. I really like it, and I've actually had pretty good performance with it in the wax. I was worried that it would be a little light, and I had pretty good performance with it in the scent circle too. Now, this isn't a boomer by any means, but I definitely could smell it in my car. It was just kind of light and perfumey and very pleasant, so I enjoyed that. And I've mentioned before that scent Summer Moonlight reminds me of another scent, Pear Blossom and Cucumber, and I just happen to have an old scent circle. This scent has been discontinued for a very long time, but I figured that I would go ahead and use this. Now, smelling those side by side, this definitely has that kind of cool cucumber component that makes this one a little bit more spa-like. And it's kind of interesting because in the scent circle, it actually came across as a little masculine to me, but still very kind of fresh and also very pleasant. So I really enjoyed that one in my car, and I replaced that one with a scent circle in Amazon Rain. So that's what's in my car now. I love this scent for March, and it's one of my favorite scent circles. And then I also have another scent circle going. This is Dumbo Circus Parade. So the Dumbo collection came back for a limited time. I think it's probably still available, and I decided to pick up a scent circle. This isn't one that I wanted to put in my car just because it has that design, and I like the kind of plain designs of the catalog scent circles in my car, but I really like this fragrance, and I decided to put it in my office, and it actually has done a really good job scenting my office. When I'm sitting at my computer, I get these whiffs of the Dumbo scent, and it's really pleasant. So it's a pretty good performing scent circle. And then speaking of Amazon Rain, I did put 2 pods in my wall fan diffuser in my front room. Again, this is one of my favorite scents for March. It definitely starts getting me in the mood for spring and summer. It feels a little tropical and a little fresh. It's also really nice and like creamy sweet with that coconut milk addition. So I really like this scent for the spring and summer. And then I finished a body wash in Pineapple Coconut Vanilla. And this is actually one that I've been holding on to for quite some time. I don't even know if this is still available, but I was trying to get through some of my back stock of all of these different body care items. So I decided to go through this one, and my husband complimented this. He really likes it. The scent notes are coconut, pineapple, and blue fig. To me, this doesn't smell super tropical. This is just kind of more light and perfumey, but really pleasant, and we enjoyed it in the body wash. And then I finally finished a dish soap in Perfect Peppermint. I think I've actually been using this for 2 seasons, so I got it 2 winters ago. And this is one of my all-time favorite dish soaps. I love peppermint scents, and this one is just so fresh and clean smelling, and I really like this Scentsy dish soap. So I was kind of sad to get through that, and I hope that they'll bring that back in another winter collection. All right, and then if you saw my March melting basket video, you know that I tried to get through lots of green scents this past month. So from the current catalog, I went through a bar of Apple Teeny Splash. This is a new release, and this was the first time that I'd warmed this scent. So this is a very sweet, tart apple scent to me. I really enjoyed it. It was a little sweeter than I was anticipating. Like I've mentioned before, I think this one would be really fun to warm around Halloween. So I might get a few more bars of this to have on hand for that. I'm not sure that I would put this in my club. I wasn't quite as in love with it as I thought I would be. It was a decent performer. I remember it lasting for a few days and smelling kind of, fresh with the apple scent, but it's very sweet apple. So I enjoyed it. I think I'll probably stock up, but I don't know if this one would be an addition to Scentsy Club for me. Also currently available is Aloe Water and Cucumber. This is one of my all-time favorites for the bathrooms, and I just could not wait to put this in my warmers. This just smells like spring and summer, and the weather here has just been teasing us. It seems like it's getting a little warm and sunny, and then the next day it'll snow. We actually woke up to snow this morning, so I've just been really in a spring mood. I've been really wanting springtime to show up, so I was definitely enjoying Aloe Water and Cucumber. This is a great performer. It lasts for several days. It's really strong in my opinion. Definitely one of my all-time favorites. And then speaking of all-time favorites, I went through a bar of Amazon Rain. Like I said, this is just one of my favorites for the spring and summer. It is fresh and clean, sweet and a little tropical, really, really pleasant. It's really unique. It's a really good performer. So if you've never tried Amazon Rain, I highly, highly recommend that one. Mad for Melon. This was a new release, I believe, last year. And I know this is kind of a hit or miss scent for a lot of people. This is a like honeydew melon scent mixed with some floral notes. So I do get that kind of almost sharp honeydew melon scent in this. And then there is a nice little floral background too. So this one smells like spring to me. On one of the days when it was a little bit more warm and sunny, I decided to pop this in our warmers and I really liked it. I think it's really, really pleasant, and this is definitely one that I would stock up on. And then another new release from this spring summer catalog is Daydream Oasis. So I warmed this one in my bedroom and in our upstairs bathrooms, and this was a really, really nice one too. So this is a very kind of fresh, perfumey, aquatic scent. And when it was warming in my bedroom, it actually reminded me a lot of Mineral Oasis from a few seasons ago. So it kind of fits in that family with Mineral Oasis, Rainfall and Lush Greens. It also reminds me a little bit of Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. So if you like those kind of fresh, sweet, perfumey, aquatic scents, I think you'd really like Daydream Oasis, and it was a really, really good performer too. So that one was really pleasant. And then I went through a few scents of the month. So from back in February, we had Sunburst Bamboo. I wanted to hold on to a few of these bars to use for March because I thought these were perfect for the beginning of spring. This is a very, very fresh scent. To me, it kind of reminds me of a lighter, more subdued version of sea salt and avocado with the addition of cucumber. So it's very fresh, kind of spa-like. I don't get great performance from this one, which is kind of a bummer for me. I warmed it in our bedroom and in our bathrooms, and I just wanted a little bit more. So like I said before, I'm gonna hold on to the other bars that I have of this one, hoping that they might cure a little bit, maybe get a little bit stronger with time, but the scent is really nice. And I actually really, really enjoy the scent in the room spray. So I've been kind of spraying that in our bedroom before we go to sleep. I've also been using it in our bathroom, and the room spray smells really, really nice to me. So that's Sunburst Bamboo. And then I went through 2 bars of the scent of the month for April, Ruby Nectarine. So this is a really, really nice one. We've really enjoyed it. This is a very vibrant, fruity, juicy scent. I get a lot of the nectarine note, so kind of a peach note, but it's very tart and sweet. It reminds me a lot of like Plumeria peach mixed with red pear and pomegranate. So very juicy and fruity. And this one has been a really, really good performer for us. I've actually warmed it in our downstairs family room, and I've been able to smell it upstairs. So really good performer. It's lasted for days, and I am definitely pleased with this one. I don't think it's the most original scent because it does remind me of some of those other kind of fruity, juicy, peach type scents, but I think it is really, really nice. So I'm glad to have a few bars of that. And then I finished up a few retired bars. So from the Glamorous You collection, I finally finished this bar of Dazzle Darling. This was a really pretty kind of aqua teal colored wax. I finished this one up in my bedroom, and it was really, really pleasant. So to me, I actually get a lot of that kind of citrus note. It almost smells like a citrus body care type scent. It was really fresh and clean. This didn't last a very long time for me, so it wouldn't be a scent that I'd add to my club, but it definitely was enjoyable while it was going. And then another kind of limited time scent that I finished, this is Vitamin I, or Vitamin Inhale, from the All Is Well collection. This is the one that smelled very fresh and green. A lot of people said that this smelled like Irish Spring soap, so very kind of clean and soapy, really strong. I actually finished this one in our bathrooms, and it was a really good performer. And then from the most recent Bring Back My bar, I finished this bar of Huckleberry Sage. I put this all throughout our open concept upstairs, and I've heard several people say that this one isn't a great performer for them or not open concept worthy, but I actually get pretty good performance in my open concept with this one, so I really enjoyed it. This one's kind of interesting because the label is purple and the wax is green, so I thought that was perfect for March. I actually went through 2 bars. I finished this in our downstairs family room, and I'm kind of wishing that I had put that in my Scentsy club because it is really nice, kind of as a transition from winter to spring scent. So hopefully we'll see that one back one day. And then I also went through a bar of Fearless by Nature. This is another really good transition from winter to spring scent for me. This one is very kind of fresh and almost has like a woodsy bite to it, with that herbal sage note, but very unique. This one smells really clean. My husband does not like this one, so I took it out of my club, but I did stock up on it. This is another one that I love for March. And then I went through a bar from my stash. This is Pear Blossom and Cucumber from the last time it was available in a Bring Back My bar, which is probably at least like 5 or 6 years ago. This is so pretty. So again, a very kind of fresh, spa-like scent, really unique. This one is a little on the lighter side, but it's perfect in my opinion for a bedroom or a bathroom. So this is one that I would love to see come back in a Bring Back My bar. And then I went through a bar of Dumbo. So again, I was glad to see the Dumbo collection return. This is kind of a hit or miss scent for a lot of people, but I really like it. Something about it kind of reminds me of like a perfumey version of circus peanuts. So it does smell kind of like yellow fruits, kind of like mango and sweet citrus, but there's a powdery-ness to this scent that just makes it a little unique. I think it would be really nice in a nursery, but I've loved it in my bedroom. And then I actually warmed this bar in my open concept, and I'd never warmed this in my open concept before. I was a little hesitant to do that because I wasn't sure it would be able to perform in that bigger space, but it was actually really pleasant. It's not a boomer, but it was noticeable, just kind of a light, sweet background scent. So I think I need to stock up on this one before it goes away. And then I went through a few of the limited time collections. So let's start with the Easter collection. I did warm 2 of the bars, and then I still have to get to the Blueberry Burst, but I started with Lemon Drizzle Cake, and on cold, I definitely picked up this kind of powdery note at the very end of the scent when I'm smelling it. And unfortunately, that powdery note came out a lot for me when warming. So I actually put this all throughout my open concept, and it was quite strong for me. I've had it in my kitchen and living room, and I could actually smell it down the hall into my bedroom and bathroom. And it was almost kind of choking me out a little bit. There's just something about that floral addition to this scent that is just not quite jiving with my nose. The lemon in this is kind of borderline like astringent lemon, almost like cleaner type lemon. And then that little hint of floral in here just makes this smell very powdery and kind of strange in my opinion. It was a good performer on the first day. I took it out after the second day. It had lost a little bit of that bite to it, and it was kind of calming down, becoming a little bit more pleasant. I just don't think this would be a repurchase for me. Right now in my open concept, I actually have Raspberry Lollipop going, and this one is a pleasant surprise for me. On cold, I got a very kind of artificial plastic note from this. but I don't get any of that kind of plastic vibe from it when it's warming. So this is throughout my open concept as well, and it's just a very, very sweet candy like raspberry. So it does smell a little like artificial raspberry, but kind of like how you would expect a candy to smell. It's definitely filling my open concept, so I am pleased with this one. This would probably be a repurchase for me, but not a Scentsy Club edition. And I actually am kind of excited to try the Blueberry Burst. I think I'm actually going to hold on to this one for around July. This reminds me a lot of the Blueberry Pie candle, and I love bringing that one out around the 4th of July. So I thought this would be a really, really good wax to complement that candle. So I think I'm going to hold on to that one. And then I was able to try the whole rainbow collection. So this is the Chase Rainbows collection that will be available for purchase on April 11th. And the red scent reminds me a lot of kind of a sweet concentrated strawberry puree. It smells a lot to me like the Outshine frozen fruit bars. Like you can kind of smell the little strawberry seeds in with the frozen puree. I just think this is a really nice fruity scent for the summer. I actually warmed it here in this room, and it was room filling here. I imagine that it would probably do okay in an open concept, so I think I probably will order another set of these bars when they're available on April 11th and give this one a try in my open concept in the summertime. The only scent that I really didn't like on cold sniff was the orange bar. To me, there was just something that smelled very kind of dull and flat about this scent, where all of the other scents were pretty vibrant, just like the packaging and the colors very vibrant. There's just something kind of dull and subdued about this scent to me, and I think it's probably the addition of the vanilla in here. This actually reminds me a lot of the Born to Shine scent from the Glamorous You collection, so kind of a almost like perfumey orange. But there's just something about that perfumey quality that I just don't love. So I actually warmed this in my office, and I have to say that on like day 2, it actually kind of mellowed out and was just kind of a nice, light, sweet hint of citrus background scent, but this definitely would not be a Scentsy Club edition for me. And then my favorite bar on cold was the yellow bar. So I typically really, really like lemon scents, and I think this one definitely smells like kind of a souped up version of lemon sorbet, which is my favorite lemon scent. You do get that kind of sweet tart lemon. I'm not so sure I'd go so far as to say that this smells like lemonade, but maybe more like a lemon candy, because lemonade smells a little powdery to me, and I don't get any powderiness from this scent, but definitely a sweet tart lemon. And then you do get just a little bit of that kind of zing from the grapefruit, just to elevate this scent a little bit. And I think a little bit of the sweetness is coming from the pineapple, but mostly I get just a sweet tart lemon. I haven't had a chance to warm this bar just by itself, so I think that'll be the true test in my open concept. If this is a good performer, it might give lemon sorbet a run for its money in my Scentsy Club. I've actually warmed this in combination with lemon sorbet, and then in combination with Amazon Rain. So I think when I first got this collection, I had Amazon Rain in my front room and in my living room, and I put yellow in my kitchen, and the Amazon Rain and this bar did not mingle very well, so that was not a good combination for me, and I couldn't really gauge how well this bar was performing by itself. And then I used the other half of this bar in my front room and living room and put lemon sorbet in my kitchen. So that day, this was just a really, really fresh, clean lemon burst in my open concept. But again, I couldn't quite tell how well this scent was doing on its own. So I'm looking forward to getting more of this bar as it's available in the next week or so. And I really want to test this one on its own just to see how good of a performer this is on its own. So, so far I think I'm pleased with it, but I definitely need to test it a little bit more. And then my second favorite on cold was the green bar. So this is a really kind of fresh, clean apple type scent. So you get that fresh, almost cleaner apple scent, definitely like a tart green apple. But there's also this really kind of sweet, perfumey muskiness to this scent. So I put this all throughout my open concept, and on the first day I got a lot of that kind of clean apple note. So if you've ever used the Swiffer wet mops with the apple scent, it actually reminded me a lot of that scent. And then on day 2, the apple had kind of died down and a lot more of that muskiness was coming out. So it started to smell a little stale to my nose on day 2, but on day 1 it smelled really fresh and clean. When my husband came home from work, he complimented it. So this is another one that I think I would stock up on. I'm not sure if I would add it to my Scentsy Club though. And then finally we have the blue bar. So this one was probably my 4th favorite on cold because it definitely has kind of a clean laundry note to me. And I'm not usually a huge fan of the laundry scents, but there's just something kind of soft and clean about this scent that I actually quite enjoyed. I warmed this one in my bathroom and in my bedroom, and it really did just smell kind of like fresh air and clean laundry. It smells kind of like a more toned down version of Windowsill Breeze to me. So it was really pleasant. Probably not a repurchase for me, but I did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would for it being a laundry scent. And I just have one final empty that I wanted to share with you. A few days ago, the change filter light went off on my air purifier. So I did change the air filter out, and I kind of shared that process on my March vlog. So you can check that out, but here it is. It is pretty gross. I've actually had it stored in this box, so some of the dust has just kind of fallen off and accumulated, and it's getting everywhere now. But I keep the air purifier in my bedroom, and I feel like that's probably the dustiest room in our house. So I think the air purifier, that's a good place for it. Here's a fresh purifier just for comparison. But I feel like this is doing a pretty good job at kind of taming down the amount of dust that's in our bedroom. The scent throw is not as strong as I would have thought. The pods don't seem to last a very long time when they're in the air purifier, and the scent that it puts out is just a very light kind of background scent. So I think if you're looking at the air purifier for a scent delivery system, that might not be your best bet. But if you're looking for a purifier to help clean the air and then just want the added benefit of a little bit of extra freshness in your space, I'd say you should definitely check out the Scentsy air purifier. Try to get it half off in a party because it is quite expensive, but so far I am happy with it. So that's everything that I went through in the month of March. I would love to know what some of your favorites during the month were. I hope that you had a great March and have a happy April ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.